I'll be as much of a help as I can.
On a sentence of 10 years in prison, probated for 10, can that be used on a third degree to enhance to a 15 to life?
If the probation is successfully completed, no. For enhancement purposes. It could be for jurisdiction.
Right out the gate, the judge dives into enhancement laws. Can a successfully completed probation still haunt you in court later? It's a subtle legal landmine. One misstep, and you're staring at 15 to life.
Purposes to make under 4904 or whatever it is, to make it would count as a previous conviction for those purposes, just like an assault family member, even a deferred adjudication would count to make a second.
My curiosity stems from because with his intox assault, he was sentenced to 10 years, probated for 10 years, and it looks like he may have completed successfully, but it's still a felony conviction, right?
Correct, but it's not, you can't use it to enhance punishment ranges, essentially. It can be a jurisdictional paragraph, but not.
Asterisk. This is what we call a legal warning shot. The judge spells it out. One more, DWI, and it's a third-degree felony. That's prison time, not probation. Viewers, what would you do in his shoes?
An enhancement paragraph, if that makes sense.
My concern, Mr. Torres, is you're now pleading guilty to this DWI second. The problem is that if you pick up another DWI, from now on, you're facing a third-degree felony. You're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. And I don't know if they can use that intox assault conviction to enhance you to an even further penalty, a further consequence. I mean, that's why I'm asking you. I don't know. You know, I know misdemeanors, but the problem is that with a felony conviction, they can use it to enhance punishment. Perhaps it's a 15 to life next time you pick up another DWI. I don't know. But do you want to take that risk? That's the problem. I mean, imagine all this that you've suffered now, and we're here yet again. What's it going to take? A death? Well, I know you say no. Everybody says no. If I had one strand of hair for every time, I'd have a nice looking head of hair. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Is it, what are we doing?
Oh, let me get up to 3 billion.
You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial.
Asterisk. Let that sink in. The judge just made it crystal clear. This record will follow him forever. Even the faintest smell of alcohol, and boom, felony charges. That's the power of a paper trail in criminal law.
Right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law, and you give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, it will go on your record.
Asterisk. 3 deaths, 1 weekend. The judge isn't being dramatic. He's grounding this DWI case in tragedy. This isn't just about fines or jail. It's about saving lives.
It will be there forever. And I'm telling you now, your record, it's not a good thing. You get pulled over, even with the faintest smell of alcohol, you're going to be charged with a felony. Do you understand? I wouldn't, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car. So he goes in today?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna waive the fee because you're going into jail now. So I'm not gonna tack it on, but stop. Don't kill someone. This weekend alone, 3 people died on our roads this weekend. This weekend, 3 people died. It's not hard. Just don't get into a car. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 50 days in jail.
Asterisk. Now the script takes a turn. We're shifting from DWI to alleged white-collar fraud, and not just any fraud, $780,000 siphoned from a retiree's account. This is where the stakes go sky high.
I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you've done. I'm going to suspend your license for 1 year. Do not drive until you get a license, and then we'll take him into custody now, and I'm going to roll your court costs so you won't do anything. All right? Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
good luck. Thank you.
Excuse me.
for coming. So your lawyer is asking for me to set you a bond. I don't know. I've never met you before, and I have about 5 minutes to get to know who you are, to see whether it would be right to set you a bond. I have no idea what you're charged with, but the problem is that you are an inherent flight risk because you're wanted out of another jurisdiction. There's a warrant in some other state, and we got you here. Mr. Kim.
Your Honor, around October 31st, 2023, it's alleged out of Pennsylvania that this now defendant manipulated a bank to, over 6 transactions, cause a total loss of $780,000 to an elderly individual from the retirement fund. There has been regarding the affidavit, when speaking with the complainant, states that the checks for the individual were mailed out to her name with the corresponding physical address. On notification from DHS, it shows that she is an international flight risk, and due to those factors, the state would be opposed to a bond for the
Asterisk. Plot twist. The defendant just gave birth 4 days ago and is breastfeeding in jail without proper medical support. Now we're in the courtroom and a human rights gray zone. Where do we draw the line?
tradition.
Why would the Department of Homeland Security say that she's an international flight risk?
I'm not sure. I can reach out to them, but obviously if I reach out to them, I can reach out to DHS and ask why. I only get the notification, and so I haven't spoken with an individual, but
What other criminal history does she have?
she does not have any others, just the 6 incidents arising from this affidavit.
I can clarify,
Please.
possibly. I believe they think she's an inherent flight risk because they arrested her at an airport on a connecting flight, which sounds terrible.
Asterisk. This is more than just a bank case. It's a life unraveling at the seams. No prior record, newborn in tow, and now an international flight risk. Or is this just the system overreaching?
Doesn't it? I'm thinking, oh, she's leaving the country.
Really? Was she headed out of the country?
No, really, she was going to Jamaica. She's from Jamaica. She comes back and forth for business. She's got an H1,
H2B.
something about H visa. And her father is a US citizen. Here's the kicker, Judge. She gave birth January 30th of 2025.
Okay.
She's breastfeeding. So when our lovely county got her, they said, too bad, so sad. She's been in custody for 4 days. They've refused to give her access to a pump. She has asked for a heating pad to do it herself. They've only given it to her 2 times.
I mean, we'll see about. I'll reach
I
out
just
to
think
medical.
this is
Don't worry about that. I'll reach out to medical.
That
and
is
see what-
insane.
Yeah, I know
But,
it sucks.
Like
It-
6
and that can
days
have
later, and I'm like, she was clearly arrested with her child, okay? So it's not like she's lying. But I just think because of that, let's add some other things, because that by itself is like, oh, that sucks for you, right? But it's a 2B. It's not like she's a flight risk. It's not like she's a failure to appear. I get that it's like a
Asterisk. Here comes the judge's demand. Proof of travel history and the visa trail. Why? Because one international flight can tip the scale between bond granted and ICE hold activated. This is legal check.
theft by deception because of some bank mailing thing. She's never given an opportunity to go turn herself in. So I think that considering the fact she's never had an opportunity to turn herself in, this is not where she's just like running the country. She comes here back and forth. Her child is born here. Her father lives here. Connected with the fact that she has some problems going on with her 1-month-old that she's gonna have to figure out. I'm asking for a PR bond. I'm asking to give her a chance. We've already done her wrong.
Before I give her a PR bond, I would like you to figure out why they're saying that.
With the international flight risk?
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to
Not only that, but you're telling me that she does this all the time? Let me
Do
see.
you go back and forth? You can tell the judge yourself.
I have a travel visa. I have a visiting visa for the US, which is a 10-year visa, and I also have a H2 visa, which is a work visa. I worked in Utah, I worked in South Dakota, South Carolina, Massachusetts, Florida for the past 5 to 6 years, back and forth, and I also do
then you should
extensions.
Prove all this.
Yes, I do. The currency office do have my passport with my visa currently stamped in it.
So let's do this. Let's roll it to tomorrow, because I don't think now it's, wow, is it already 11:30?
Yes.
Holy moly.
So they do have it downstairs in the old.
Tomorrow, I want proof that she does all this international travel routinely, so we know that she's not just trying to take off.
No, sir.
And then I'd like you to reach out to them to see why is she international flight risk. Is it a 2B?
It is.
You know,
Asterisk. Now back to another DWI defendant. The offer, 3 days in jail instead of 6 months. Sounds like a deal, but the catch. Any future offense means hard time, no second chances.
I'd like to know how they justify saying that, right? Or do you just think because she's on a flight now?
I don't
know.
I only
That's
get,
why.
I'm perfectly willing to call. I'm just obviously aware of making the call to DHS regarding the pending Pennsylvania charge. I don't know what's going to trigger, so. Because she doesn't have an ICE right now, but because she's on a visa in
Oh,
terms of
Judge,
what they
this
decided to
is,
remove.
this
So,
is crazy.
so like I said, I'm
Because
willing
then
to.
ICE is gonna put a hold on her.
That's what I mean. It's like I'm
ICE is
willing.
going to do it regardless.
ICE has not
If
put a
she-
hold-
no. If she's here with the proper documentation, they're not going to put a hit on her. If she's here with the visas, then there's no reason for her to put a hit.
Judge, they're deporting students nowadays, but hey, that's okay. All right, I'd like to put you on the email with medical about the breast pump. I find that outrageous.
Yes, I will help you with that. Don't worry.
Whatever.
I'm not prepared to set her a bond yet with
Okay,
Mr. Kim saying the international, and then she's on a flight to Jamaica.
we'll get the proof. I'm gonna have to zoom in tomorrow though, but
Asterisk. The judge just waived $4,500 in fines. That's a massive break. But make no mistake, one more slip-up and it jumps to $6,000 and 30 days behind bars. This is your final warning, served with a gavel.
I'll get it handled.
Sure, of course.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
Let's
sure.
go with that.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Figueroa. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. It looks like the state is going to reduce that, take off the enhancement. So now you're facing only 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you have done. You need to understand that this charge will now go on your record as of today. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. What we're doing today, from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. No more proverbial